Alright, I am checking cam thrust on Michael Stulbergs 4.1 stroker block. And since this is a 4.1, it's got the lifter value that kind of looks like crap because it's way open, but it's really good for demonstration of cam thrust. So we all know that the cam thrust button, here's the cam thrust button, and that goes on the front of the cam. Here's the cam thrust shims. And of course they come from comp, part number is 269. I usually start with a 30,000 shim, put it together, see if I've got thrust. I don't usually measure it. I've done enough of these where I do them by feel now. But this one is really good for just checking it. You just stick a pry bar or a screwdriver in there and you can gently move it back and forth. And if you can feel it, you've got some. I can feel this one. This one's already been set, and this one is about as good as I get here. This is really nice. But I had a 30 in there, and I had way too much. So then I put a 10 in there, and then I torqued the front cover, and I had nothing. But the camshaft was not bound up. It still moved freely. I could still move it with my finger, like I can do now. So that tells me that I didn't have too much, even though I had no thrust. So I took out my 9,000 shim and put a 4.5 shim in there, and that should give me about 5 thousandths. And one thing to remember is that the aluminum part of the block will expand at twice the rate as the cast iron. So if it is set at 4, 5, 3, whatever it is, it's gonna get looser. So you don't want to start it too loose. Start it on the high side and have it get too loose. But you are bound by your shims. The shims are, 5, 10, 30, and any combination of the above. So you can get it within 5 thousandths one way or the other. I wouldn't run it any looser than 10. I prefer not to run it any looser than 8. And generally I shoot to set them at about 3 to 5, which is where this one is. And with the 109 block, the lifter valley is a lot more closed up, and especially on a stage block as well. So the other option is you can just drill a hole right here and use your dial indicator and go through that way and measure it up. So there you go. Michael Stulberg, your cam thrust is set. We are moving on to the top end.